As a fan of rock music, I was very intrigued by the premise of No Straight Roads. No Straight Roads presents a future where EDM rules with an iron fist, and you play as the rebels, Mayday and Zook, who are trying to change it and bring back rock. The game opens with Mayday and Zook having an audition to get picked up by a massive government/recording company, NSR. But the company decides they don't want them. It doesn't help that Mayday believes NSR didn't give them a fair shot. NSR puts out a message saying all rock is now illegal, and finally shuts power off to everyone except the NSR elite. Thus begins our protagonist's journey to rock their way to justice. The dialogue for me left something to be desired, with it often feeling like a cheesy kids show with no substance, and jokes that would often fall flat. Our protagonists would also too often revert to their respective one-character trait. Mayday would overreact and shout, while Zook would barely react in a stereotypical stoner style. It was a shame, as the story I was intrigued about ended up falling flat for me, and I was ultimately left feeling uninvested in the protagonists. But the story isn't the main aspect of this game. When it comes to the gameplay, No Straight Roads lets you either swap freely between Mayday and Zook, or you can play co-op with another player so each player has a character. No matter who you're playing with, it is pretty easy to pick up and play. Both characters have a melee combo, they can pick up ammo for ranged attacks, and they can use a transform ability to turn specific spots in the environment into useful allies. There are some minor differences between them, but the only real differences are Mayday is stronger and Zook is faster but weaker. The transformation items are also slightly different, but still follow the same pattern. Mayday usually changes items into things to attack with, while Zook typically goes for supportive items. Eventually, you'll unlock unique abilities that also follow the same attack support trend. Each level you will start at your hub in the sewers. Your hub is where you can upgrade each character and get a small brief about the upcoming boss. But you can also do a lot of other interesting things there, like there's a radio interview you can do, and there's an arcade mini game you can also play. Once you do choose to leave the sewers, you enter Final City, where you can get collectibles to upgrade your characters, and you travel through until you enter the boss's security levels, where you have to defeat a few different types of enemies, ultimately leading to a boss fight at the end. There's not much to say about these security levels, as they can get a bit repetitive and dull after a few bosses, and can be frustrating as the game shines in the boss battles. The boss battles come down to phases, and in each phase you will dodge until you get your chance to attack, be that either melee or range. I was kept interested during these, as the visuals always stood out in these segments, and for each phase the tempo would change, meaning you would have to figure out a new dodge/attack timing, leaving it always feeling challenging enough while still being simple enough to figure out. Ultimately, I enjoyed playing No Straight Roads, even if it did occasionally feel flat and repetitive. I loved the visuals and artwork, and everything on screen was always bright and vibrant. I think this game would be vastly more enjoyable if I played it on the Switch rather than the PS4. Being able to pick up and play a level at a time would be a lot more fun and remove my complaints about it feeling repetitive. I think Metronomik are aware of this too, as they have given the Switch version of this game some exclusive content. Personally, I'd give No Straight Roads a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching this review for No Straight Roads. I've been Matthew from Respawning, and if you've enjoyed this video then comment down below and give us a like and subscribe. You can find more Respawning content either on YouTube or Twitch, and get regular updates from us at respawning.co.uk. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time.